Welcome to Grow Overload. I'm Anthony, and AMD has announced when they're going to actually release the 3D V-Cache models for the Ryzen 7000 series here. And we'll take a look. I've been at Video Card Z, so that this is their site, and they have the three prices for the 7800 X3D, 7900 X3D, and the 7950 X3D, 449, 599, and 699 respectively, and kind of impressed overall with where the prices are. I actually thought the prices would have been higher for the 7950 X3D, and uh, yeah, I guess I'm most impressed with that price. The 599, why are you going to go with the 7900 X3D when you have $100 more for that 7950 X3D? I guess it kind of depends upon what they're going to do. Is that an 8-core X3D in there, or is that a 6-core X3D in there? Only time will tell how they're going to do that one up. But February 28th is the day we can all go and get these. I'm going to, I'd like to see what the results are. Heck, I'd like to test one out if I'm wanting to like things. But these are going to be interesting, right? Because you have, especially with the 7950 X3D, you have an 8-core that is the 3D V-Cache, and then you have an 8-core that is not. So you have to kind of get scheduling right and everything working with Microsoft. Then April 6th, you'll be able to get the 7800 X3D. And that delay there, over a month, it's kind of weird that they're going to go over a month for this. And I, I think that some of it is that they might have some 8-core stock 7700s that they're trying to get through. Another is maybe that's the one that everybody wants and they're trying to sell the other two. So there were some interesting comments of Lisa Su during the about stock and the financial results that AMD had. I encourage you to go take a look at those because I don't remember the exact wording, so I don't want to with recording the stock. I don't want to just go off the top of my head there. I like to get the direct quote, but you can see here, right? You got the 3 V-Cache available on the 28th, and then in April 6th you get that. So yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting. You got a little bit lower clock speed. If you're looking for a 3D V-Cache model, this is when you're going to be able to get it. We're going to see, hopefully with releases from other reviewers, what exactly these 3D V-Cache models are able to accomplish. My guess is that we're going to have the 7950 and the 7900 X3D models reviewed, and the 7800 X3D, as much as I'd like to see that reviewed at the same time, I think AMD's going to wait for that until, late March, which stinks. You could maybe get something there to, disable one, do some disabling in the 7950X 3D maybe on some cores to get maybe a replication of what the 79 or 7800 X3D can do. But that's just something to keep in mind. If they're able to accomplish at least some of the lower lows in gaming, these are probably, and let's say they can get maybe 10-15% depending upon what it is, depending upon the game. Not every game is going to be able to do that over the original processor, 7950X processors. It's going to be kind of interesting to see, okay, do I buy this for whatever? As a content creator, gamer, whatever, I'm doing coding, I like to try out that hybrid of a 7950 X3D. It's a hybrid architecture, right? It's not like a big little architecture where you have a big core and a small core. It's more of a hybrid where you have the same cores, just different amount of cache and how it's able to access it. A little bit different there, but it's same kind of concepts of how you're going to be able to determine that scheduler. And only time will tell if Microsoft's been able to do it. Like I said, I'd like to be able to try it out. I'm getting close to an upgrade anyways, but with prices the way they are, I've been kind of waiting it out. And who knows, maybe I go down this route at some point in time. But we'll see, right? It's kind of, I want a good price to performance ratio, also something that's going to be able to help me get my work done faster, especially rendering out videos and stuff like that. Building code is another big one. The bigger the code base, the faster I want it. That's kind of how it is. But one other thing video cards had today I want to mention is that the 7700X is at a $100 discount now. You're getting it at $299. It looks like a 700X one is $298.99. You're starting to get, when you're dropping these prices down, in a really interesting space. At $299, all of a sudden, with the RAM, it's also DDR5, so you have to pay for that expense. New motherboard. Okay, you're kind of closing in on that 6 core. Maybe they have too much stock of this. Maybe they're trying to clear some out before the 7800 X3D, because that's going to be, let's go back here. That's going to be 449. So that's going to slot in right here, and then that's going to be above the 12 core where it is now currently in Amazon, just if you see these prices here. So you have the X3D 699, and you have 589. Then you have the 7900 X3D, which was 599, which actually going to be above the 7950X if these prices stay the same. Then the 7900 is 419, but that 3D variant of the 8 core is going to be above that in price. So that's just something to keep in mind here. This might be, if this goes, this is where it might be a good deal. Price everything out. I have not done that and gone through priced out, versus Intel, everything else, because I know Intel made some price cuts too to the 12th gen. These are some interesting stuff that is coming out. If you're going to be $150 cheaper than that 3D V-Cache model, oof, that's going to be that's going to be a tough one to do, depending upon performance of what you actually want to accomplish here. Especially if it's games you don't play that don't take advantage of the 3D V-Cache, then this is going to be a very good looking deal. So that's all I have today that I really want to talk about with AMD stuff that's going on. Very interesting to hear what's all going on. AMD did announce Frank Exor saying in the next 2 weeks, barring anything. So if you watched my last video about drivers missing in action for older series, they said they're actually going to release one here soon. So at least they're responding. I would like to see a little bit more on that or something else. Maybe they'll come out with that once they get released. Maybe they'll actually have this. They had one slide, and I think it was on video cards I was looking at, where the AMD was touting, yeah, AMD's last announcement, hey, we've had all these driver updates, and we've had, our drivers once, you're always getting the same package and everything. Well, we kind of missed that the last 2 months here, AMD, but, if they come out with one, this is what it is. Let's see if there's improvement. Let's see if the 7900 and the 6000 and everything prior is all in the same driver package. If that's the case, I think we'll be getting the same driver package going forward, and maybe AMD has finally converged and been able to make some improvements there that they needed to. So let me know what your comments are on the 3D V-Cache models, on the price drop of the 7700X, and your thoughts on that. I'm very wondering what you guys are going to have to say on that. Very interested in that. So until next time, though, I want to thank you guys for watching, supporting, and liking the channel, and clicking that bell icon. I guess that's what people say too. It's only taken me, this long to ever mention it, but yeah, click on that. Help support the channel. I really appreciate it. Until next time, God bless, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.